Hey there, Boots Owen here. This is my water bud arrangement. It takes its water from this Rainwater device, which you can buy in hardware shops and places like that. It diverts the water in here, and then these two tanks are just balanced to one another. And in theory, if the water gets up to the level of that pipe, it should go back out and down, or just not come in the first place. Sometimes it goes higher, sometimes it goes lower, but it never spills out the top. The tanks are connected together just with a tank connector fitting, so when one is full, it'll divert into the other one until that one becomes full, and then they'll all balance together. Down here you can see that the bottom of this one's completely dry. The tap is just a bath tap, so a 3/4 inch fitting tap with the spout sawn off so that the water doesn't shoot back in on itself, it shoots down. You could use a garden tap, but these are free if you get them for free. On this side here, it's the same arrangement. I think that one has the hot tap and this one has the cold tap, except that you'll notice everything here is wet. And if you look closely, there's a little tiny crack here. If I give this a wiggle, you'll see maybe, there it is. So it's got a fatigue point here, releasing the water. I'm not worried about losing the water, it's rainwater, but there's a really simple trick that I'll show you now to fix them. And I've already done it, I think, on this barrel and on this barrel. You'll see there's holes drilled all around. So there's a simple way of dealing with that, but we've got to get the barrel empty first. So now with it almost empty, all I've got to do is disconnect this one here. I'm hoping this will be easy. I think I remember it being quite tight. It's because it's plastic, it'll be a bit yielding if I'm not careful with the spanner. It's not too bad actually, it's just coming loose. I think I have a bit of rubber between the two barrels and nothing else. And I'm relying on gravity and a little plastic nut that I'm unscrewing to hold them together, but it's worked for years. I've made an extension piece here to get this in because the flexi hose wouldn't go in and the way the barrels were aligned and whatnot, so this should just pull off here. The other option is just to release this for the moment. That'll be easier than taking. So this should wiggle apart. Bizarrely, I could see a couple of screws. I don't know where they came from, and it's a bit grim, so I'll give it a rinse out. So my next part of the process is just to leave it to dry out for a while. The tricky bit is climbing into it to get the sticker on. It's been a few hours and I've let it dry out. This is flashing tape. It's like bituminous tape. It comes on a roll. You can buy it in most hardware shops. I'd say every hardware shop should have it. It's sticky and black with a kind of a tinfoil coating on the outside, but not quite tinfoil. And I'm going to just put a patch on the inside. I was going to take off the tap, but I think I can get away without it. So I'll just cut a little patch. I'll make it smaller and smaller, and then I'll climb into the barrel with the camera and try and video myself putting it on. So, both hands in, squeeze past my shoulders, and push and push. Have to lie down a bit more. Oh, okay, right. So I'm lying on my stomach on the ground now. This is what I can see. I'm using the light of the torch and the camera to get the thing going. Ah, it's stuck. I really need someone on the outside to hold the tap. This is tricky. It's a weird old zinc there, whatever it is, some alloy that's reacted with the water and gone all crumbly and grey. It's got brass finish on it, but it isn't brass. If it sounds echoey in here, it's because it is echoey. I can't see the crack, so I presume it's just underneath. Oh, there it is. Actually, is that the crack? Oh, on the other side. There's one crack there. Just there. That's the other crack. Maybe it wasn't, maybe I'm on the upside down of it. If that's the case, I'm just going to put a small patch on it and try and not worry about getting this thing off. So I'll give it a thorough clean, try and find my patch again. Here's one. So it would be better, these are a bit kind of hard and dry. I need to get a bit of heat gun or something on it, I think. Just try massaging it. The pressure of the water kind of keeps it sorted once you get it on. A bit of heat would help. So yeah, I think it's the right place. I think I'm upside down here. It sticks really well to pretty much everything except dusty surfaces. So if you've got smooth plastic or smooth, so I'll just massage it with my fingernail there because it's only a small area. Finish is not important here. It's more about getting it to stick thoroughly, not have a little bit. Is it peeling off there? You see, I have to get it. If you're doing this in hot weather, it's really hot and sticky, this stuff, and it goes on really easily. But despite the fact that it's July in England, and England is not famous for its good weather. So with the back of the spanner, in this case, I'll do that. It should be okay. Now what I'll do, you see, I've smeared that stuff underneath, which is good. It should go into the crack. Oh, it's hot in here. Whoa. Gotta reverse out now. Yikes. You can see up there's two bigger patches from before that have worked for years perfectly. So I've just given that a twist to get the tap back right, and it looks like it's still on okay. Looks like it should do it. It doesn't take much, like the crack is tiny. Yeah, it is. It's on that side there, so that's perfect. Scratched up the barrel from going in and out of it on the ground there. Let's get it back installed and put some water in it and see if it holds it. It started raining here, so I'll do this. I think it'll be dry enough. The most difficult thing with plastic threaded things is that if you get them on wrong, they'll start to thread, but it'll be cross-threaded and then won't thread correctly at all. It's on. This one up here, that one's another one that I was using for rainwater tanks, but I've since done a third up above for my rainwater system, and I've got a filter up here and it goes in there into two big tanks. So this is a secondary system. Now I'm gonna have to wait for it to fill up before I can test it. Or if it was possible, I could get a piece of hose pipe, but they don't really have hose fittings. That's one of the downfalls of these. They're really only for watering cans. But I don't mind in this situation because this white pipe here is a pressure system from the big tanks inside. So here goes up to flush my toilets, and this one goes as rainwater that I can connect to the garden hose. I can have mains water for the garden hose if I ever run out, or rainwater for the garden hose. So I guess the thing to do is to pump rainwater straight in if I can. I am going to let it fill right to the top, because what happens is that it doesn't really leak unless it's full. So getting it full is important. Well, we can't see in this tank. Maybe we can. You can see the camera there. I can see. You can just about see actually. I can use my finger. Where's my finger? Here. So here, here, here is little black spots on the side. And those are all these holes that for some reason were drilled in the tank. Maybe they wanted to turn it into a compost bin or something, but they used
Looks like a 4 or a 5 mil drill bit all the way around.
So they use like a 4 or 5 mil drill bit all the way around for whatever reason, but that tape has solved the problem, and I then got this tank for free to match this tank. And I've got 2 more waiting to be installed in the front of the house. So it's as good as full now. There you go.
And you can see there's not a drop coming off it, which is ideal. There's someone across the road using a hedge trimmer or something. Maxed out to the last. There you go, give it a wiggle. This drip's coming off the tap, but not off my repair, so that's good. Probably go there next time. I'll be back here in a year. Who knows? I don't drain this down or anything over winter, so frost builds up on top of it, or ice and all that. I'm not worried about it. I see it that, you know, you can spend money getting something new and have a new thing. These could be 20 years old. I'll spend an hour or half an hour just putting a bit of tape on it. It takes longer to fill the thing up with water than it did to fix it, and the reality is it took a lot longer because I'm trying to make a video out of it than if I'd just gone for it, you know, because I would have let it out last night and then come and done it today or something like that. So there you go. Save your rainwater. Questions or comments, leave them below. Thanks for watching. See you later.